here. There, he's going to get punished. Again, using his dodge in the air. That time it was for a gravity cancel rather than just movement, but immediately punished by Sandwich. Simba is just all over the place. Like, he's about to give me an anxiety attack with all of the just jittery movements he's doing. He like always has to be doing something. And I think that's largely to his detriment that is going on.
Yeah, it's odd to say like I feel like Simba's rushing, like that's what it feels like when he's moving around on the stage. Like he's just trying to act as quickly as he can to do something, and it's not unnerving Sandwich. Sandwich has in fact dealt with it quite well, been holding his ground and hitting Simba away every time Simba tries to go for some really huge read. Like the gravity cancel downlight on Sword was predicting a jump, but Sandwich's in place, got a punish at the end light. That time he's getting a nair as Simba's just trying to throw the weapon down and get in, and that might mean that Simba might resort to just kicking him and punching him unarmed again, and it's just not working. Sandwich is about to take a stock lead once again.
Oh man, that dash jump down air, scooping him up off the top. Sandwich has used that now twice for these knockouts in this game alone. Once to beat out the bow down light, and once there to get him right over the corner.
I don't know if Simba is in a Jason Statham in Crank type situation where, like, if his APM, his actions per minute, go below a certain number, then he explodes or something. But he's still keeping him up, except he's behind. He is going to even this one up right here. But I think you're exactly right. It does feel like he's rushing. And right now, I feel like J.K. Simmons in Whiplash, and he's the drummer guy, except he's not dragging and rushing. He's just rushing, and I'm about to throw a cymbal at his head.
That's a dangerous situation, and I'm just looking at Koji's hat, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a situation, and I'm just looking at Koji's hat, and I'm just like, yeah, that is kind of cymbal shaped. It might happen.
Sorry, I'm recovering from Sparky here. Okay, so Simba picks up the bow, and okay, just throws it right away. Again, of course, he's just rushing so much this game that he can't even hold a weapon in his hand. He just flies straight out. He picks up the sword once again, stop-sided. Can he make it back to the stage in time, or is Sandwich going to take the 2-1 lead here in the set as that side stick comes down? Oh, man, Simba. Oh, he does a dash jump, and he pivots. He pivots the gravity cancel down light. That's nice. He's gotten a lot of success off of that string, where just the weapon throw pickup, and that down. Okay, that down.
See that, dude? You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do the.
Is it making you nervous, Sparky? Are you sweating a little?
It is, and I am!
Oh man, but Simba's bringing it back. Down light, neutral, he gets the weapon out of his hands. All right, if he picks this up, down sig, neutral sig, I think either one would take Sandwich out.
Oh my gosh.
But that's the one I didn't mention. The side sig sends Sandwich straight up the right side of the stage. And he takes the lead in the set 2-1 despite what felt like was at a huge deficit the entire game.
Man, it looked like the main turning point here was how much respect Sandwich gave Simba off stage. A lot of times where he knocked him away, he had setups where he could have actually pressured and maybe taken the stock a little bit early. Sandwich was happy to just sit on the corner, let him come back. He's like, all right, I'm going to defend this corner. I'm going to try and get him as he comes up. And that just gave Simba the open door to really just take that game.
I think giving Simba as much respect as Sandwich is definitely helping him out here throughout, except towards the end of last game. Oh my goodness. Putting out a lot of damage very early on in this game. Completely controlling it. Nice interruption there of the recovery. It is going to be sword v sword. Now you see Sandwich backing up a little bit. That's actually going to clash out there. But I think towards the end of last game, that is where tournament nerves could come in for Sandwich, because Simba has been in those high-pressure situations. Maybe not recently late in brackets, but still, he has so much experience, and I think that is going to be a big thing for the end game of each individual Brawlhalla game. I think that definitely favors Simba. He's going to dare into the wall. Sandwich going to prioritize the weapon, even grabs the second one. That's going to keep Simba weapon starved.
I have seen more fully charged standing weapon throws in this set than I think I've seen in Brawlhalla in like years. As you're talking, Simba just stood on the corner and he charged up as hard as he could to throw that weapon in neutral, and it didn't work out for him. He lost that stock, but man, that spot dodge, just barely avoided getting hit by the neutral light from Sandwich. Simba's down a stock again. Bo picked up, down air comes through. Can he get the second one? He does not. Sandwich recovers high, touches the stage, but the weapon throw doesn't stop him from getting Sared, and Simba with the gravity cancel down sig. Is he going to take the stock here off of Sandwich?
Oh no. Sandwich threads the needle and ended up getting back onto stage.
Kind of a weak edge guard coming out from Simba. That was going to be everything burned from Sandwich to get back. Simba could have waited it a little bit more, and I think he would have been okay, but who knows? Jason Statham might have exploded after that.
I mean, we just saw Simba stand still for the longest time in his entire life right there. He stood at the corner of Mammoth Fortress waiting for Sandwick to do something, and then started playing again. Let's see if he's able to get a lot of these downlights. Falling side air, downlight, neutral air. Okay, Simba getting a lot of hits on the bow here against Sandwick, but that gravity cancel downlight side air will put Simba on the edge and give Sandwick that edge guard that he likes, as you were mentioning earlier, TWK. Stay on the corner, edge guard him, get all that extra damage, and keep the lead going.
Yeah, you know what? And also, I'm watching Simba more, and it's just that crank analogy is so on point. And I'm just thinking he plays ones like he's fighting a 2v1.
Straight up.
I mean, he's such a doubles player, but you know this
true.
movement. It's such a hit and run where there's only one target.
I do want to make a quick correction, though. In Crank, Jason Statham is actually poisoned. There is not like a bomb on him in any way. So I did want to make that correction.
All right. Well, I guess we're like Attack on Titan is the flesh mecha, Crank is the flesh speed.
Yes.
Except it's not a bus that you need to keep going. It's yourself.
All right, TWK Sparky, does Simba bring this back? Does he take it 3-1? We've seen him in this position before, but Sandwick is doing a lot of great damage here. But you were talking about the Turbid Nerves thing, where even though a lot of it is in 2v2s, Simba's got this experience where he's playing at the point where there's one stock, last stock situation in Sandwick's case for winner's side. Is that prowess, is that experience from Pro Series and other sources of tournaments that Simba's been going to come in on top here, because Sandwick's getting the hits in.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, big.
This is the time. Oh man.
Possibility of a Game 5 situation coming in. Sandwick trying to do his best. You're seeing the stomps come out. The stomp had him in orange. The side air put him in red. So not quite going to be the KO option yet. I think even a D-Light recovery on sword will not KO yet. But he's back to the hammer. Swaps out. You know, he's ready for that KO consistency.
Oh, man.
Simba's staying on the left side. Doing the movement on the soft platform. Weapon toss goes in. He's going to have to do a lot of damage. Only has Sandwick in the yellow.
He didn't have to do that dash. He didn't have to do that dash back on the platform.
He didn't have to do like 80% of the movements that he's doing in this game.
It's so anxiety. There we go. Okay.
Game 5 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Sandwick, he's loving this.
It was getting pretty close there at the end, though. Simba was getting a ton of unanswered damage. Sandwick just believes in that game plan of, I'm going to guard this corner as soon as he tries to come back up on stage. And that's where Simba's able to get some of those needling hits in.
Now, we did see for just a second the lock-in of Hattori from Simba. So he's going to swap onto possibly an even quicker character. But now we have the stats. Tell me about these stats, Tazza.
Tell you about these stats. Well, I can tell you right now that Sandwick has not been hitting a lot of the signatures that he's been putting out, but it doesn't really matter because I feel like 90% of his game plan is with hammers. You were talking about before, right? Sentinel and Bodvar both having very hammer-focused playstyles with both of those legends. We've only been seeing the Bodvar, but it's like stomp side air 50% of the time, and the other time is falling theirs. Just trying to get as much heavy-hitting damage onto Simba as possible. And you're right. It has been switched over to the Hattori here, but much to my surprise, it's not in the movement speed stance, right? We're not going up to 9 movement speed. We're actually dipping out of it, going down to 7, so that you can have a little bit more defense to survive against the hammer hits from Sandwick as possible.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised to see that switch over to the defense. Also, Small Brawlhaven is banned out. He's looking to bring this one the full distance and needs to survive those stomp side airs.
Yeah, we're seeing 2 maps left for choice that we have not gone to yet, Apocalypse and Crystal Temple, and we're going to Apocalypse. I can't get the Egg Soup tweet where he had the Among Us man in the bottom out of my head, dude.
Why?
Brawlhalla is literally cursed. It's like, how much does it cost?
It's right there, I see it.
Can we retool? Can we change that? Like, I'll fund it. I'll pay for it. I don't care. Whatever it costs in artist time and cost to patch, like I'll cover it.
I'm really glad that I don't see it, and I'm not going to try to see it. I didn't see the tweet, and I'm not going to ever look at it, I think.
Oh, you'll see it. Just look in the bottom of the screen.
No, I'm not looking at the bottom of the screen.
It's sort of like at like 4 or 5 o'clock.
No.
Once the screen backs up.
No, Sparky, you and I, we're already tainted. We need to keep Taza pure.
Do you see it?
As long as I
can't
see it, nobody
at the
else
bottom
can
of the
see it.
lava.
I'm not looking, Sparky. I'm watching this match, okay? It's Simba versus Sandwick. You can't get me to acknowledge this. It's an even game so far. This is game 5, okay? We have more important things to talk about than Among Us.
Well, I would disagree on that, but
what? Where's Duke when I need him?
Yeah, you're happy that I'm here, and then all of a sudden I'm sure your opinion has changed over time, if not very quickly. But this game is so even so far. Look at it. We're a minute in, and both players are only orange. So this is certainly slower.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta get it here.
That was
Not
so
quite
much
the stock,
damage.
though.
The side light opener immediately into another one, expecting him to go down, and converts into a full 3-piece afterwards. That's huge. Oh
I thought Simba
no!
was going to get the edge guard there, but he pulled out a Sandwick ground pound and didn't hit him. And so now Sandwick gets the edge guard instead, and he's got a lead. We had a short one. That recovery almost takes him off the top. Deal that recovery from.
Oh my god!
Oh
Oh my god! There's the lab monster in Sandwick.
What? Off of one-stop recovery as well. Now Simba's like trying to get his bearings on the edge there. He takes 4 or 5 jumps, goes, okay, all right. Inhale, exhale, delay recovery, even game. But that was a good 5 hits on the hammer that Simba was probably not looking to take it. Now we've got ourselves a 2-stock to 2 situation.
Simba, again, just happy to fight on arms. Sandwick happy to guard the corner. It's been just kind of the story of this set. And the fact that we're pushed all the way here to Game 5, I don't know. Are they going to keep ramming their heads against the wall against each other? Or is there going to be that quick surprise changeup, like Sandwick going for a dash jump ground pound somewhere?
I swear, Simba gets hit, and then he just presses the W key. Or he'll, like, dodge back in so many times. And he's just getting punished by Sandwick.
What's the W key?
Well, you know what I mean.
Sparky
like,
didn't split his up and jump key.
You know what I mean.
What is the? You say he's aiming his weapon up? Hold on, explain.
No, he's
He's
saying
running
jumping.
forward.
Okay.
No, he's running forward.
On
into
W?
it.
On W.
What are your
not
keybinds,
Not in
man?
Brawlhalla, in like every other video game on the planet. You have played a video game that's not Brawlhalla.
What are you? Okay. Simba's down to his last stock.
The desk has turned against me.
The thing is, TWK was defending you until you explained it that way. I didn't even think you were thinking of that. I thought you were talking about jumping. Okay, it's fine. Nobody puts jump on W forward. What is
Sparky, this is your intervention. We all love you. We're here for you.
I'm not feeling the love.
All right, Sandwick hasn't done too much damage to Simba just yet. And Simba got hit by a weapon throw, but that's just about it. Stomps and downers aren't even happening just yet. And the lab monster for Sandwick can't pop off. Simba just has to get in with maybe a side light. Okay, deal that recovery from that angle is not going to do it. But the next one, if he catches up with the gravity cancel, definitely will. And then we'll have a really close Game 5 last stock situation on our hands. Let's just see if we can do it. Simba's been doing so good maneuvering around every attack so far at TWK.
Yeah, this is where Simba's going to be looking for those side light reads. Oh, even just the falling side air, almost enough to do it from clear across the stage. The sword neutral light, that's going to finally clean it up. And there's not a huge damage gap here. Simba, off of one spear read, could take the lead.
Oh, no.
Simba
I
has
saw it.
full weapon control.
Taza.
Taza has been cursed by the Among Us man on Apocalypse.
I hate you.
It's the sideline. Oh, he picked that one up!
Yo!
I can't believe he picked up that D-light in like the final frames of it.
Oh, he throws the weapon away. Oh, he doesn't go to pick it up. He was so focused on doing cool things on the platform that he didn't pick up the weapon. And that Sandwick is denying him even further. Has the sword, however, so I don't think Simba's too concerned. He's just sitting on that platform. He knows it's not going to go down. It's a little bit more reliable than Mammoth Fortress. And that weapon throw in the downlight sider will give Simba such a small lead. Weapon throw pick up once again, but he can't get the sidelight afterwards, and he's not doing any of those cool Mitchell things that he was doing on Nash. Oh, man. That weapon's gone again.
Yeah, this is going to be just such the slow march forward. They both have their game plans, and it's just who is going to manage to win out these neutral exchanges. Right now, nothing's getting turned into too much.
Oh, jeez. Dude, is Simba going to lose this game? I'm going to be so disappointed.
Oh, man. Sandwick is one clean side. Okay, side. Oh, that's it.
You're kidding, dude.
What?
Simba, you gotta calm down, brother. You gotta calm down, because Sandwick was there every time to punish you. Stop pressing the W key.
Oh my God, Sparky, you can't just rail that in. It doesn't work. It's a platform fighter. You can't. The W.
Yeah, but we're all gamers here, brother. We've all played other games. We're gamers.
Forward is relative to your position on the map. There's just left and right. You can't use the word forward in this. You hit it with a forward air.
Chat, everyone press 1 in chat if you understand what I meant by W key. It's crazy. It is a wall of ones right now. I don't even know what a 2 looks like.
You didn't even wait. You didn't even wait for the delay.
What is stream delay?
We're
getting bamboozled here.
I don't even have Twitch chat open. What am I going to do, look at Twitch chat? No way, I'll never do that.
Congratulations, Sandwick. That was a great performance. And it was off of Game 1 where he did some crazy ground pound, and Ice Pingu flamed him in chat. Shame on you, Ice Pingu, for Sparky bringing that up. But you know what? He powered through it, and he won the game anyways. Really well played, and Simba, yeah, a little too frantic for Sparky's taste, at least, and for mine. It was pretty anxiety-inducing. But you know what? We'll probably see more of Simba later on throughout the day. And let me tell you something, Sparky. Duke's predictions are not looking good.
Oh, we love it.
They're looking
we love it. Tell me the details. I want to hear the details. Other than Remy. Of course, we saw Remy.
Well, go ahead and take a look at the bracket, TDBK. We were talking about it a little bit earlier on. I mean, Sandwick with that 3-2 over Simba is looking great. But what was
I'm looking at
Impala
3-1ing Dark Ghoul because Sparky had Impala picked, Duke had Dark Ghoul picked. They were fighting each other first round. We were going to find out real quick whether Duke or Sparky was favored. Sparky, you got this one, my man. And that's actually the match we see coming up next is Jay versus Impala.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that one. We haven't seen Impala play yet today. So an interesting thing here is, man, Tiffany's making a run, and that is making me a little bit angry that Tiffany literally said, do not put me in your top 3. So that's a little bit frustrating. But Jay versus Impala I think is going to be interesting. I heard a couple people mention that Jay would do well today. Also, don't be confused that Jay is Jade, because there are 2 Jays. One of them is followed by a D after that, as in like Jade, the little like green gem or whatever. So this one is J, no D, just Jay, like a blue jay. Of course, also in the Get Well Santee clan, everybody wishing the best. Impala as well in the Get Well Santee clan himself. We're going to have an interesting matchup here. We are seeing the Kaya coming out from Impala and the Fen coming out from Jay.
Ooh, this is just... I think they're going to end up doing just about equal damage to each other, just because Finn has high strength, low defense, and Kaya the exact opposite, lower strength and high defense.
Yeah, well, it's also... I give a little bit of an edge to Jala anytime I see Small Brawlhaven, just because side sig both weapons, it's not only such high force, but it travels with your opponent as you're hitting them, so you can bring them to the edge of the stage, even if you're already there. But Jay picking up the axe, 2 quick siders in a row, but Impala's already got the bulk of the damage, and they're one solid. I mean, that neutral sig almost took Jay off the top. That was pretty great. But Jay's fighting back. Weapon throw after the neutral light, sidelight nair. Okay, that sider could have potentially ended that stock even this early on. I gotta remember though, Kaya's actually a tankier legend. I have to remind myself every time that I see Kaya that they actually have a lot of defense.
I'm just still in awe that Jay has been beating out or perfectly maneuvering around every single signature that Impala has put out. He got over the neutral signature. He even got over and around the side signature. Any of these big attacks that Impala's looking to clean up the stock with, Jay is just beating them out.
So character level wise, looking at these, nice.
No. Commentator's
that
curse,
signature
I'm so sorry.
to KO off the top. Gonna have choice of weapons, but Impala is coming in with a level 100 Kaya, and Jay is coming in with just a level 18. Oh, yo, is he gonna get the edge guard here? That's nice.
Oh my
gosh. I think he got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why we put Impala top 3. Yes, sir. But character level wise, a level 18 Jala, not very high. But there is a Rayman from Jay that is level 53. So still, I don't know if this is maybe just like a really new player or if it is like a PS4 player who spent a lot of time on PS4, and then this is like the PC account once they got a PC.
Just a tangent, that edge guard from Impala on Bo is so incredibly hard to execute on because you have to basically rip away every single one of their jump options each time, and they were able to do it with a ground pound down air. Ground pound, great play from them to be able to do that, to secure a 3-stock to 1 lead. Just absolutely crazy so far. And the neutral ended into the slide charge down. Sig really putting the hurt on a Jay here is going to almost definitely become a 2-stock here in game number 1.
Yeah, it's like once you pop, you don't stop. Impala got that first knockout and then really stepped on the gas. Has not let up since. I mean, that bow edgeguard took all of about like 5 seconds after he respawned. And now Impala almost took Jay off the side. Looking like it's all going to just take one more signature to do it.
Jay is playing extremely well right now, has a lot of momentum on the sword, is punishing a lot of what Impala, until that came out, was punishing a lot of what Impala had. And I was seeing the sword in Jay's hand, and I was like, okay, I don't know if that's the right weapon for Jay right now, because you aren't going to see those big chunking axe hits that Jay might have been initially finding. But man, the sword was looking fantastic coming out from Jay. I really liked it towards the end of that game. Unfortunately, Jay was just too far behind. Look at this edge guard. The amount of like precision and things for you that have to go right and things for your opponent that have to go wrong for you to get an edge guard in yellow. It's extremely difficult.
68 average damage per engagement? What? Excuse me?
That's very, very high. And considering that, I mean, I guess you've got the low-ish defense of Finn to credit there, but Jay is considered to play a different legend, and now they're on Asuri, having the sword, which Sparky, you said they were playing with very well. Has the axe gone now with the guitars on instead, and Impala is going to be continuing with the Kaya here in game number 2, as Jay's having a much stronger start in this game than they did in game number 1.
Yeah, this is also the more stable map. I know I always get so nervous anytime that there's like small Brawlhaven in the mix. So I agree with the legend change, I agree with the map change. I just hope this works out for Jay.
Now he's playing, again, a kind of lower leveled legend, level 25 on the Asuri. His highest guitar legend is going to be Ember at level 27, so not really too much higher than the legend he's currently playing right now, but who cares about how good his guitars are, because his sword is really stepping it up this game.
Yeah, doing a ton of work, built all the damage, got Impala into the red, and that's nothing to sneeze at, because Kaya is like a 7 defense legend. So that's a lot to cut through. Each of your hits is going to be doing a little less damage than usual.
Oh, very surprised they didn't go for the recovery after that nair. They really baited out something from Jay, but Jay just went high, went back low. They went for the pivot neutral stick, looking a little bit like Nash right there. But that's a different spear ledge. Okay,
oh, wow.
You know what? Slide charge pivot all your signatures. Why not? I do the same thing. I can't blame him for it. It feels like you're more technical when you do it, Sparky.
Yeah, you feel like the better player there. You're doing the harder move. It looks cooler. Sometimes it doesn't work, but
using that W key. Using the W key.
Except it's actually not using the W key because you're going the other direction. Except nobody says S key. It's always referred to as the W key.
You hold the W key.
Oh my
gosh! So
gosh!
You can do the neutral signature while pivoting and not accidentally get a side signature. You know, prioritize. Anyways.
I just can't believe Jay actually hit that signature. He was out of options. That was the last possible thing that he could do. Not only did he use it to get back to the stage, but almost turned around an edge guard onto Impala. That's going to stick in Impala's mind, especially since he's sitting down a stock right now.
Look how Jay is playing extremely slow, not going to get caught in the options that Impala is throwing out. And after seeing game 1, I was feeling good. That is not the case about my pick of Impala after seeing what Jay is doing right now.
Oh, weapon throw of the die. I think that was just it. Wow. Okay. That would have been an incredible stock if Jay was fresh on their second stock. But still great that Impala was able to take it at all. Because Jay has just been running away for game number 2 ever since they switched over to the Asuri, and Impala's been having a lot of trouble getting anything going. I highly doubt they'll have anything close to that last damage per engagement statistic that they had in the game 1 at this point.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
oh, yeah,
whoa.
that's where it gets so dangerous. When you're fighting up in the air, Top Gun status, and it's just you're that close to the knockout line. Any little stray hit could do it.
Now, keep in mind, even though I put Impala in my top 3, Jay winning here is certainly not an upset. Jay coming in PR 49 compared to Impala's PR 57. So there is a gap between these two players, at least in PR.
Oh, man. Okay, Jay recovering back up. Low on jumps, has to dodge straight up just to avoid a potential downlight from Impala, and they succeed. Oh, and they're just sidelighting through, getting every little bit of extra credit that they can. Neutral comes through. Weapon throws from Impala aren't succeeding. I'm surprised I didn't see a downer or a ground pound there, but Jay just continues tacking on the damage. And TWK Impala is looking like they're on the verge of getting two stock them after what happened to game number 1.
Yeah, they're going to have to find some huge signature. They went for it right there with the side signature, but man, they just ended up getting punished and disarmed. Now over onto the bow. This is where we've seen Impala do most of their work.
Yeah, Impala almost looks like clueless on what to do against Jay when the spear is in their hand. Like, you're seeing the footsies back and forth, and Impala might be able to be like, okay, well, I have the range advantage. My side air is going to go further. My neutral light is going to be a lot of distance between us, but has no way of getting in, no way of getting through Jay's movement. Jay's also playing spacing really well when he has sword in his hands. His guitars are amazing as well. That signature didn't initially get punished, but now that Impala has the bow, that's where we're seeing things change. You nailed it, TWK.
And I mean, Impala's hit like 5 or 6 clean sidelights on the bow so far. The very last one ended up leading into a downlight neutral light, and now Impala with that neutral light is one N-Sig away from stealing this game 2 away from Jay, who has been almost in an entire stock lead the entire time. Whoa! That was almost it.
He's got to deal with Jay's sword, though. I am worried about it. Nice delay recovery, not going to be enough yet. Going to be able to swap that weapon. Now, I don't know if that's just Impala not wanting to get disarmed because the bow might have more damage on it. Now Impala, oh no, that's a punish, it's it! That's not it! I lied!
7 defense, 7 defense. Oh no, they can't get hit by another one of those. They know. Downlight, this is it. I don't even think they need the downlight. I think the recovery would just be enough here at this point. And Impala's just like, I want that weapon, I want that weapon. Oh, they kicked through! They missed the recovery, picks him up and takes him off the top, and Jay secures the win for game number 2, bringing it to a 1-1. As we're going straight into stage striking right afterwards. Both players don't even want to take a break after that one. What a great game from Jay and a great adaptation, switching over from the Finn to the Asuri.
Yeah, I understand Impala wanting to get right back into this just because, you know, he's got the longer history as far as tournament matches go and PR and everything. But Jay doesn't want to lose this momentum. So he's looking to carry this over. You know, he's got to be feeling good off of the win. He had control for most of that game, even if it got a little bit dicey at the end there. So you just want to keep your spirits high all the way through the set.
Now we are moving on to a new map. It's going to be the Crystal Temple. You just saw the stats that came up, and I do want to point out, even though they aren't on your screen real quick, the difference between Game 1 and Game 2. In Game 1, the average damage per engagement was Jay with 41, Impala with 68. Game 2 was Jay with 29, and Impala with 27. So a major drop between the two, and I think that's evident based on how the game slowed down. So each quote-unquote engagement didn't extend for as long because it was like 1 or 2 hits, and then they would back up and reset.
Yeah, a lot more time to breathe between those neutral interactions.
Ooh, sidelights are not working out for Impala. That one misses out. Jay gets the punish. Goes for the downlight. Okay, nice. Nair. No recovery in hand. Man, Jay does a lot of these recoveries where they use literally everything that they possibly can, and they fall back to the stage with sweat beats, but they're not getting punished for it. Impala has been missing on a lot of those straight dodge ups that Jay likes to do. But okay.
Wow.
What a read. My goodness.
I'm going to have to see the replay on that. Was the dodge burn?
I'm not sure.
I didn't think it was. It could have been. I will be happy to look at that on a replay to see if it actually was. That was. If it's not, that's a very bold move for Impala to go for, rather than going for like the side air to set up the edge guard situation or the recovery to then maybe punish the landing of Jay, if not kill outright off the top.
Man, they've been dancing around each other for so long. Not many hits coming out from it, but just the tension building.
Ooh, the bottom side of that Nair ended up hitting Impala, interrupting that ground pound with the recovery. An interesting thing, we're seeing Impala focusing a lot on bow here on this second stock of Jay, even though there was a weapon spawn. Completely different than the beginning of the game, where there was a weapon spawn and Impala wanted to stay on the spear.
Oh man, big catch. Viper coming out. That down signature just blasting Impala away.
Oh, but Impala doesn't care. Recovering to Nair right away off that new stock. And then Jay just cuts them up several Nairs of their own, bringing them into yellow, trying to get that the damage differential a lot less than that downlight downer. Oh, the platform. I guess messing a little bit with how they wanted to follow up of that, but never mind. They don't care. Jay is just phenomenal on the sword. Sparky, you called it from game number 1. Even though Jay was down so hard on the stocks, they were looking really great on the sword. I think they recognized that as well. And this particular matchup switched over to the best character they think they had for it, and they have just been running away with it so far in these games. Looking really great on Crystal Temple.
And I'm loving this sword, even though it's on like a low-leveled character. Same thing for the last character as well. I love to see that, and then like you see the swap to almost a lower-level character than what we saw previously, and like, oh, there's a question mark about the guitars. We know the sword is good. Jay's guitars are great.
Sider from Impala comes through. Really try to go for that interesting signature. Just can't quite get it. And D-Light recovery doesn't take him off the top, but Jay chasing him all the way into the sky with that chase dodge. One recovery away from having Impala down to one stock, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, Jay doing a much better job this game of getting up over those neutral signatures, punishing them every time. That gave him the damage that he needed to score those knockouts. And yeah, his sword is phenomenal. He's getting those. Oh, wait. These Katars, is that actually it? Oh my gosh, broken ankles. All the options starved away. Impala went for that Hail Mary strike. Just couldn't get it to get the chase dodge back to stage. And Jay's running away with that game.
Okay, I think the dodge came out right before that started, right at the beginning of that replay, while Jay was still in the air. So that did give the gravity cancel neutral sig. I don't know if that's like jumpable or not, just because it's not something we see like consistently. But there you see the end of that game, chasing around that edge. Look at the average damage per engagement. I was expecting it to be lower for both characters, but Impala's went up and Jay's skyrocketed all the way up to 57. That means in each engagement, there was a color change on Impala's health.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. And now Jay's, Jay chasing Impala off the bottom of the stage. They're continuing forward as that side air comes through, and they're not quite able to hit it. But man, let's see, what is Impala going to be able to do here? Is that Jay trying to go for those sidelights, and Impala has brought the damage back a little bit more. That beginning was really worrisome for Impala because I thought Jay was going to get one of those 0 to death stocks, the Katars, right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, that's the scary thing, especially because, Jay did hit that gravity cancel neutral signature in a previous game, so Impala knows that that option is there. He knows that Jay has the Katars and can just take it away, and right now, you can't afford that with Jay sitting on set point.
His Katars are so good. He's extending his use of them in this game, and it's fantastic. We're seeing him use them really well on stage. We're seeing him use them really well off stage. He's just playing incredibly with these Katars. Almost got taken off the top. Impala definitely fighting his way back into this. We're about a minute 20 into this game. We haven't seen a stock taken yet. Welcome to Demon Island, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, when both players are trying to take him off the top, it takes a while for D-Light recovery to do it, but it eventually will. As we saw there, Jay was able to get D-Light recovery on the sword, take Impala off the top of the stage, has a stock lead, albeit barely, and Impala trying to go for that side light, slide charge, pivot, neutral sig, can't quite get him, and Jay, knowing that trick's there, is just getting pogoed instead. That had enough knockback. Jay must have been very damaged. Wow. Even game?
So now I'm noticing why several of the people that I talked to said Jay was going to do really well today. Also that Jay, with a D, was going to do really well today. And it was funny, like, of the bunch of people that I talked to, like, I tried to crowdsource my picks because my picks are usually terrible. And it was like everybody said something totally different. And while that's exciting, that's very tough because I actually had to make picks on my own. I don't want to do that anymore. I want people to tell me what to do because it's easier.
There's a universe, potentially this one, right, where Jay and Jade meet in winners semifinals.
That is true, and I really hope I don't call that match.
I mean, DWK and I are scheduled to cast that one if it happens. Let's see what happens here, though, as Impala takes the lead for the first time in a while here in game number 4. Could potentially bring it to a game 5 if they keep playing this way. Jay's fighting back as hard as he can, but Impala's still up a whole stock.
Yeah,
it's a big lead.
It's been an absolute seesaw between these two as far as the set is concerned. We started off with Impala just massively breaking out, huge damage per engagement. Game 2, it kind of hit that midpoint, the equilibrium, and then last game, heavy favor for Jay, and now it seems like the pendulum's swinging back in Impala's favor.
Now, we mentioned like the timing in the first part of the game, how it was like a minute 15 and no one had been killed yet. I think slowing down the game favors Impala, and speeding up the game favors Jay. So you have like your standard like 10+5 chess player of Impala, and then Jay is your bullet chess player.
Who's the chess boxing player?
I don't know. Maybe Simba. The way that man's was crazy.
You gotta stick and move.
Oh man. So now Jay Oh, avoiding a lot more damage from Impala there, but not that time. Neutral catches him off guard. Impala trying to get the Nairs on the way back down. Jay dodges out of the way, gets back to the ground. Neutral lights Impala, trying to bring Impala deeper into orange. But Impala looks like they've got a huge lead this game, and they're not willing to give it up. Nair comes through, almost disarms the sword from Jay, I feel like at this point, and that side light, oh, that's it!
That was a chase
right off of it.
From the left side of the stage all the way to the right side of the stage. And we're in a game 5.
Man, I want to see that replay. Look at him just run him down with that signature.
That was a beautiful takeaway, that second stock. Literally on the farthest left side of the stage for that to hit. Oh my goodness, he straight up booked it across the stage after that.
Yeah, Kaya has one of those fun signatures where charging it basically lets you skate further across the stage, right? So you get that extra bit of momentum on top of the momentum that you just got from successfully hitting your opponent, and you've got yourself a stock off the top. And now Impala is brought to Game 5 against Jay. It is 2-2, and Miami Dome is going to be the playing field here. I'm not sure, TWK, does Kaya neutral sig on bow hit a person standing on that platform? Does it just barely? I guess we'll find out.
Oh, right on that platform?
Yeah.
Man, it's like...
It looks like it's a little high. It looks like it's a little too high, but I see Kaya so rarely
high,
in
but
singles.
My bet's on
you
that.
want to believe that like one of those wingtips is going to get there.
Oh, just like at the very edge if they happen to be standing in the wrong spot? Well, we'll see.
No way, not in a million years. Not even close.
It's too high. It's too high.
Fine.
Honestly, silly that you even asked that question in the first place.
Well, Sparky, I asked it so that I could
attitude.
figure out whether it was better for Kaya or Asuri in this case, and I'm going to have to give it to Asuri. In particular, because of the sword, we haven't seen Jay use this move once. But if we did, it would be here on Miami Dome, using the side stick off the platform to travel to get the edge guard from one side of the stage to the other. It's one of my favorite things to see.
It was actually a very good question, though. You were being a very selfless commentator by opening up the floor to me and TWK to then finish out the thought. So I do love that. Look at that neutral sig coming out. He wasn't on the soft platform, but he was kind of close to it, and that sig is actually going to be the killer.
Man, Impala has managed to use every single signature on the bow kit. I think the only signature that he hasn't hit during this set is the spear side signature.
Has he hit the down? I know he did the pivot down that
did.
completely missed.
He did a side light into slide charge down sig at the very, very beginning of the set, and has never hit it since.
And that was me being a selfless commentator, because I for sure 100% remembered that.
I understand. You know what? I understand.
We're all on the same team, boys. We butt heads sometimes. We're all on the same team. I like that. Good team.
Are you
Impala's doing
secretly
really great
on
here.
like Team Impala right now? Is that who you're rooting for? I know he was in your picks, but
I'm
this
on
is
every
Game 5.
team. I'm on honestly every team, so that then I'm on the winning team as well. I just pivot hard to that side once they win.
Wow, such a team player.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Impala is almost ready to make this Game 5 look like Game 1 at this rate, but Jay wasn't able to get the recovery with the neutral light. Instead, that doesn't secure the stock, and Impala could turn this around with the down air and take a 2-stock lead in game number 5. That would be absolutely enormous. But Jay, neutral lighting away, trying to equalize these stocks, using the gravity cancel neutral sig to get some momentum back to the stage while covering their head. And we're back and just flip-flop with these edge guards over and over again. The wall saving Impala from a lot of knockback from that side air. Sparky, who's going to take the stock here? Is it going to be Impala or Jay?
I honestly don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and say Jay, I think. Okay. I would put all of my money on Jay here.
Wow.
It was probably going to be a D-Light recovery
so
was what
smart.
I would have called from the middle of the stage. And,
What an early prediction.
Is what ended up happening. But one thing that I'm wondering about TWK is we are on Miami Dome. We were on Demon Island previously, and we did see Jay completely chase Impala under the stage. Is that going to be something that happens now if Jay has Katars? Because, I mean, it literally cannot happen. So Impala will have to run back into that. What do you think about that possibility, TDK?
I mean, that's where Jay is going to have to really bring this one back. He needs some crazy edge guard. This is the map where you get to do that because it has that pillar underneath. You can't cross under, so you are locked to that side. You must recover from where you got knocked off. And Jay has the weapon set and the signature set to capitalize on that. And right now, the damage gap, he needs some of those early knockouts.
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like Impala doesn't know what the heck to do. Okay, good. I said that, Sparky, take note, right? Mm-hmm. You say the opposite of what you want to happen on screen.
I don't believe in commentator's curse.
Right?
Just like
well,
I don't believe
because last time
curse.
you said Jay is doing exceptionally well, and then they lost game 1 after you said it, almost immediately. But
How do you not believe in commentators' curse looking at your predictions every single week?
I don't believe in curses, but what I apparently do believe in is Tazza mansplaining a commentator's curse to me after we've been doing this for like 5 years.
Anyways, Impala was struggling to find any openings on Jay during that second stock, and just so happened to get one downlight and to get the recovery. But Jay is continuing to take this momentum of winning more neutral engagements than Impala, and now that the stocks are evened up, yes, they're in deep yellow. I mean, I guess orange. Is that
I think
early
it's
orange?
still yellow. We'll see on the next
Is it
hit
yellow?
for sure. I think it's like fake yellow where it looks orange but it's actually yellow. That's what I always call it in my range.
Whatever. It's an even game now. And now I'm not really certain who's going to win, but if I had to put my money on anybody, it would be Jay, because Jay has just been clawing their way back into this game since the very beginning at such a huge deficit, and Impala seems to be getting more and more nervous. Oh no, edge guard scenario. Impala doesn't even want to risk it. They go right back to center, hit the neutrals again. That's no recovery on Jay right now. They used everything, but they didn't get punished. Oh, TWK is looking really tight. What's going to happen here is Jay is now getting hit with that neutral light, and Impala is just trying to hit him with every signature they've got. Oh, no dodge.
Oh my gosh, down light into recovery, not yet enough. Jay is unarmed. Impala's got the stage control, the weapon control, and the damage lead. This is his match to lose.
Oh, that was so close to hitting. That would have been scary, but it's these Katars.
Oh.
Still not red, though, for Impala. Jay certainly is red. Still orange for Impala. I can't believe that.
Oh
I mean, he's going to go
God.
for Nair
don't
at this point.
I was
gotta go for
so worried Jay was going to catch Impala. Oh, please, yes! It KOs off the top. The recovery in Game 5. Oh, my goodness, Jay. What an incredible player. You saw how much it came down really towards the end, but if you look at the damage that each one did, Impala had to do 623. Jay only had to do 522.
Yeah, and those numbers don't exactly reflect what you would expect if you were just looking at the legend stats in general with defense. But yeah, Impala just really had to put on as much damage as possible to even take down one of Jay's stocks throughout that game number 5. But at the very end, they were able to do it. Recovery took him off the top, and that means Impala is going to be moving forward in the winner's side of the North American Mammoth Arcadian. And we have, at least for now, avoided that really confusing head-to-head that could have been Jay versus Jade. That because it's 3 letters on the display when commentating. That would have been really rough.
One can always hope.
Anyways, great job from Impala. Lots of exciting Game 5s. And that means that we get to have the next Mitchell showcase that you were looking forward to, Sparky.
And we are not going to see Jay versus Jade at least yet, but we are going to see Jade versus Mitchell. So we're going to move from Jay to Jade and from Mitchell to Mitchell here, except I'm seeing Vocal in the room. So
well, that's because we still have more of Winners Round 2 to play through. We've got Wubs versus Vocal. There's also, oh man, somewhere on one of the other streams or something, Glue versus Sandwick is 2-2 right now.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Jeez.
That is Sandwick coming off of that Game 5 win against Simba. Actually incredible. And this is going to be a tough one. It's 26 minutes overall into the set. So, man, I'm a little bit curious, but I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on the bracket to see the instant update of that. But we're getting into this next one, Wubs versus Vocal. Duke put Wubs in his top 3. I was thinking about that initially, but then I kind of strayed away from it.
I think Duke put Wubs to win it all, right?
Yes, he did, indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, Tazza, how do you feel about this matchup? Knowing what you know about Wubs, how much Duke was favoring him here, and Vocal, I see locking in the Bodvar. Break this down for us.
Well, so Vocal is a player that I've actually been used to seeing at some lands in the past as well. Oh, that looks like something's not right here. So I could continue talking about this. What's most interesting to me about Vocal going up against Wubs, because Wubs, I'm in a similar camp as Duke, as Wubs definitely being at least a top 3 placement during this tournament. But Vocal wasn't who I expected to win between Vocal and Hazen. And having him have that 3-1 over Hazen's Thor earlier on in the bracket makes me think that Vocal's got something very particular prepared for Wubs as well. So I'm excited to see how this performance plays out. I don't really know how the scoreline's going to go, but if I had to make a guess, I'd say Wubs wins at 3-1.
I don't think you're super crazy for that. I think Duke's crazy for putting him top 3 and winner. But I would not be surprised if Wubs comes out of this reasonably confident. He is having some connection issues. That's why we saw that game go the way it did. He actually backed out of the lobby, did say he has lag 1 second, which is why you're looking at our faces right now and not the actual video game itself. But let's throw some stats out there while we have just a few moments. We talked about it briefly in the pre-show earlier today, but you see 9 top 32 placements coming out from Wubs. So those numbers alone are definitely going to favor Wubs in terms of experience, in terms of basically everything. That's huge from Wubs. At one point, or maybe I don't even know if it's spread out over his entire career or sort of concentrated in one point, but he is a top 32 player at times. In some of the community tournaments recently, Giga War 9, he got 5th. At Summer Champs, though, and this is what worried me, was he came in 49th. And he lost 1-2 to Daddy Heizo, who is PR 73, which that doesn't give me a lot of confidence in Wubs.
I see, using the recency bias over the legacy
yes,
factor.
Certainly.
I know that if I were thinking about why Duke made the decision that he did, he'd be looking at Wubs' performance in the Pro Series that was earlier on this year and be using that to attribute to Wubs' ability to really perform well in this event. And we're just going to have to find out, as Wubs is now, well, he's won his Winners Round 1 set. Let's see if he can win Winners Round 2 and get into quarterfinals, as he's up against Vocal, who just took down Hazen, and is now fighting against him on Crystal Temple, sword versus bow. And Wubs has been going for a lot of those slide charge pivot side sigs, and not one's connected just yet, but they've definitely been putting the fear into Vocal so far.
There is still a weapon spawn on the field that neither player has made the move towards, but TWK, tell me why you just said, oh man. Because I would have said that as well.
Wubs engaging from the opposite platform. They were both hanging around on those top soft platforms, but they were on separate ones. And Wubs, using a dash downlight from the bow, was able to completely clear that gap and tag Vocal. So just knowing that that's an option you have makes those platforms not as safe as you might believe.
Vocal's he's just sitting there on the side. He wants to try and punish Wubs landing, and he's not able to. Vocal giving a lot of respect to Wubs here.
Yeah, and that's a little surprising to me. I don't feel like Axe is the weapon you think of when you're like, I don't want to challenge that off stage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, right.
He tried to be
then.
Zen. He tried to just go for the spot dodge, perfectly timed. But man, there's a fair bit of wind up on that Azoth signature, and
yeah,
spot dodge him to get bodied.
Now, Vocal's done that several times of standing still. He did that on the left soft platform. He stood still, and then he did a dash forward weapon toss. He did a GC. Oh, there's a raw side sig. This time it's from Vocal to get the KO. But then he did the gravity cancel downlight to cover the weapon toss space in case Wubs dodged through the weapon toss. I think his timing and positioning wasn't quite perfect on it. But again, it's that like stand still into sudden movement. We've seen Vocal do a couple times, except with this side signature from Wubs, that didn't work out for him.
I feel like that was the funniest punish I've seen in my life. That was if Vocal was just standing there. Wubs was like, "Are you really gonna do this?"
Oh my gosh!
Side thing hits, that disarms him, and now Vocal has got to go for that new weapon, and Wubs punishes with a nair. Went straight for the recovery. I thought he was going to grab and catch the neutral sig. He's been very signature happy this entire game, and
look
for
at
good
this.
reason.
This is the thing. This is the thing about Azoth. A lot of your usual dodge habits against most of the cast, you have to change them up because Azoth, not only does he have like slightly longer charge up times on his signatures, so that way they happen a bit delayed, they're active for a very long time. Those clouds on that side signature, even the down signature, they will last throughout most of your dodge. So you really just got to clear the area.
That's so tough because it hits you on both sides. Not even just the beginning, but also the end as well. So you have to place it so well. And it's on a character that a lot of people aren't necessarily using. So you can't just like flip that switch and be like,
oh my gosh,
he's still doing it.
Keep going, Wubs.
This has got to be a bit of the matchup inexperience playing out, and Wubs is all too happy to take a giant bite out of Vocal.
5th time's the charm. Let's go, Wubs. You have another bow. It's side sig time. That's the wrong sig. It's the wrong sig,
but it was
Wubs.
the right sig.
Well, I know, but side sig would have been much funnier. He did a great job in that game number 1. And Vocal switching over to something that has a little bit more oomph behind their attacks. Off the Bogvar onto the Taros, as we're seeing right there. That was absolutely matchup inexperience. And I think you're completely right, TWK. There's a lot of dodge habits that I feel like you can transfer to a lot of legend matchups and be rewarded. But with Azoth in particular, yes, the longer charge times, but more lingering hitboxes means that you have to know what Azoth's doing specifically. Wow, 18 signatures.
18 signatures put out and about a 40% accuracy. That's Hall of Fame stats. If you're batting like 400, oh my gosh.
Vocal could take a screenshot of this and he could put it on his Twitter and say, look, at least I'm not a spammer, right? 100% accuracy. One signature throw.
That is true. Very impressive coming out from Vocal. And we might see some more signatures used this game as the swap is on to Teros. A lot of Teros players do love to use some of those signatures in the kit. Definitely that Axe D-Sig. I wonder if we're going to see that one right away to punish a landing. It's just going to be a neutral light to the right side, but Wubs was landing to the left, so it didn't make contact.
All right, now this is actually...
Oh, no.
Okay.
He stepped further back. You see, he went to the center stage that time because he still wanted to wait out the wall slip, but he was like, I'm not going to get hit. And then Downson comes through. You know what? Vocal making some really great adjustments here. He is far enough away that there's no way that Wubs was going to be able to attack him from that point in the stage, and he just keeps hitting Wubs back out. And he's like, you know what? This wall slip will get shorter and shorter eventually.
Yo, 3 in a row?
Okay, Wubs. All right, Wubs. Let's go.
Wubs is the epitome of, if it keeps working, I'm not going to stop doing it. Whether it's the side signature or the recovery, he just has unlimited ammo, no reloads.
Vocal just looking completely lost on how to deal with Wubs here. The damage isn't bad,
That
though.
was so slick.
He dodged that on both sides of it, too. When the hammer swing was on the right, Wubs was on the left, and he went through. When it was on the left, Wubs was on the right.
All right, Wubs doing really well against Vocal here in game number 2. Adapted to Vocal's center stage play pretty well, and now he's been hitting I think 5 bow recoveries. 4 of them were back to back to back to back. Downlight misses, but he dodges straight out of the way of that side light, and Vocal can't get anything started on the axe. That, if the side airs aren't hidden, Vocal's got to rely on those signatures to be able to KO, and I already know that his signature accuracy is lower this game than it was in the last game.
Yeah, so here's the thing I wanted to touch on. Vocal, this is actually the pick that I expected coming in, the Teros.
Okay.
Just because, shoutouts to everybody who's been reporting their legend picks on Smash.gg, but that is what he used primarily against that game in Hazen where he won 3-1. It was mostly Teros with just one Sentinel pick at the end. So I was a little taken off guard when I didn't see the Teros to kick off this set.
Nice way
kick
to
him off
clean
the
that
bottom.
one up
Ooh.
with the ground pound. He knew that Wubs was going to have to blow everything. Wubs was saving his dodge for the absolute last moment in case Vocal threw out a weapon toss that was going to hit him or tried to go in a little bit early with the edge guard, but Vocal didn't. He knew Wubs was going to have to burn that dodge, place that exactly right. Wubs touches, or gets close to the wall at least. The dodge is done, and then the ground pound came out. Great work from Vocal to clean that one up.
Whoa.
I don't know how that didn't hit.
Wubs trying to use that Crystal Temple tech on Mammoth Fortress, and it's even scarier on Mammoth Fortress because when that platform's moving, that makes that slide charge look like it even has more momentum. Didn't hit, and Vocal goes back to center. Okay, all right, we've got ourselves a standoff here. Vocal really doesn't want to challenge Wubs to the edge there. Wubs is like, all right, fine, I'll bring the attacks to you. Vocal gets the recovery back out of the stage, and wow. You know what? That's the one thing Vocal wasn't spacing around was the gravity cancel downlight from the ledge.
Oh, side air ends up hitting as well. Weapon toss goes just over Wubs' head. There's the D-Sig, but immediately out comes the side light. Another D-Sig. He's looking to throw out those D-Sigs so Wubs thinks he can punish. Yo, he picked that one up, though.
Wow, that Nair reached a little farther than I think anybody on the screen was expecting. And he gets the stock for it. Vocal goes down despite... I think Vocal got a little bit back into the lead at the end there.
Yo.
But okay, Wubs.
The weapon toss into slide kick, re-pick up for the gravity cancel. He's got his own custom combos here.
It looks like Vocal's getting a little antsy to approach Wubs here and try to get the stock. And he's getting punished for it. Azoth, really great at being able to use that fade back of the down sig, put out the blast, cover the area where the approach is, and then fall to safety at the edge of the stage, which means that Vocal, well, you know, optimally, Wubs doesn't have to care at all about that. He's got 4 minutes left of the clock. You know what? Take it. It's been a while since I've seen something like this in Brawlhalla, but hey, if that's what Vocal wants to do,
I mean, honestly, like, all right, so this is a constant across, like, all fighting games, whether it's traditional 2D fighters, 3D fighters, platform fighters, whatever. Whoever has the life lead has the right to turtle. Right now, it is on Vocal to approach.
Oh, man. He got hit with that weapon throw. I can't believe it. Okay.
Oh, now he can stall.
Volkl gets it.
Timeout in Mammoth Arcadian? Imagine?
Oh, I mean.
I don't know if Wubs is going to let that happen. Those dash down lights, if he picks up a bow, or even any of the dash signatures, have been doing a ton of work.
Okay. Let's see if Wubs is able to get into the downlight. Spot dodge from Volkl, not quite as long.
It's funny that Volkl is almost more active when they're tied than when he's behind. Okay, never mind. We're back to it.
Well, it's pretty deceptive. It looks that way because Wubs is actively trying to approach Volkl in the center stage, and Volkl just gets.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! And that was the perfect hitbox of it. That center that just sends straight up.
You know, these emotes at the end screen were pretty appropriate there, I feel like, considering it was Azov and Tears. Anyways, the great play coming out from Wubs there towards the end. Volkl really trying to get under Wubs' skin, but you know what? Wubs was able to pull out some of those shenanigans towards the end. We saw that Nair towards the top, and then knowing how badly Volkl wanted center stage, he just decided to put a giant green blast of necromantic energy in the center there, and that did the job. Well played from Wubs, and now Volkl switching again to the Sentinel for game number 3, trying to bring out this pick to stop himself from going down 3-0 against Wubs.
And their stats were so even. They threw out, I believe, the exact same number of light attacks. If production can be a homie and maybe put that one in the chat, because they were like, all of them were so very even. The amount of light attacks they threw out, the amount of signature attacks they threw out as well. It was extremely even for both of those players. Yeah, they each threw out 77 light attacks. Volkl threw out 8 SIGs. Wubs threw out 9 SIGs. And even the damage, 553 from Volkl, 532 from Wubs.
Really playing a turn-based strategy game there. Almost, right? That last signature is what did it. But anyways, Volkl is fighting back with the guitars now, much to my surprise, over the hammer. And Wubs punches him away, picks up the bow, 1 neutral light, 2 neutral lights, 3. Oh, Wubs is that player that when one move hits, he continues using it until it stops hitting. And I love that. I do the same. I would do the same thing. 100%.
You know, it's just efficient, right?
That's Azov behavior, for sure.
It's Azov
All
behavior.
Azovs behave that way.
Oh, he's still on the platform, Volkl. Weaving back and forth, can't get anything started. Wubs tries to catch the jump read with the Nair and doesn't quite get it. Volkl taking the lead after the neutral light hits, the neutral light takes him off the top.
Yeah, that was a huge read. You know, usually you expect the neutral light into the recovery or going for the neutral. Wow, Volkl actually getting behind those grasping hands of the signature. Not that time, though. But still magic. Why was there any question? Of course. Wubs was going to do it again.
Wubs was behind, and he sat there, and he went, hold on. Which signature have I not used this set? Oh, yeah, this one. Okay, let me pad those stats a little bit. Down 6, 7 times. Finally, okay, there we go. Got him off the top. Even game now. Let's see if Wubs gravity cancel downlights from the edge. I feel like he will, but he didn't. Volkl actually is pressuring a lot more than what I was expecting. Feels like a new player at this point, considering how much he was actually just going back to the center of Mammoth Fortress the last few games and just waiting. Really challenging Wubs on the side of the stage, and it's not really working out for him.
Ooh, okay.
Huge read.
Uh-oh. Ouch.
That's an orange.
That's disastrous.
He's gone. That was a bow ground pound with stuff recovery effects equals your stock is gone even at white, I feel like. Like, it's just okay, Volkl won.
And that's the really scary thing. Like, we saw the edge guard earlier with Bo earlier in the tournament where he caught it in yellow, and that's not certain death, but orange, now that's certain death.
Oh, man. I feel like Volkl put out the emote expecting Wubs to be on the ledge a little bit longer, and Wubs just immediately downlighted him from the edge. Oh, no, and it hits him, and it sends him spiking up the stage. Sizing again, Wubs. You know it will work. Uh-oh.
You know he's got it locked up. He's waiting for it.
Yeah, we need a signature finish. Anything else, and I'm going to be a little bit disappointed.
We saw this last game. He's got the stock lead.
I was hoping we would all agree to not speak the entire time while they were standing still, and everybody in chat would say F, right? Like, because that was just dead silence. Oh, down air hit, spikes him into the stage, but Wubs is he's got this one in the bag, I feel like. It's just got to be a matter of what move he wants to hit him with. And the neutral light, that would be disappointing, Wubs. I wouldn't. Okay, never mind. Volkl can bring it back. He's got guitars on this legend kit. I mean, anything's possible, TWK.
I mean, he's been hitting a lot of those dodge reads out of the neutral light for the neutral signature. That's a ton of damage. And, I mean, honestly, he's going to need quite a bit of those. And I don't know how crazy off stage Wubbs is going to get.
Wubbs is going to finish it with a neutral light on Bo. I feel it.
Do you think that's what it's going to be?
Yeah. Well, it's
down sig. Down sig. It's got to be down sig.
I think it's going to be a side sig to punish a landing.
Oh, interesting.
We have 3 different choices. Oh, it's a neutral air. It's just standard bow play. That's not what we're used to from an Azoth player.
Yeah, betraying the Azoth name there towards the end, but you know what? You do what you have to do to win.
That's the mix-up.
Wubbs. Wubbs takes a 3-0 over Volkl, shattering my prediction of a 3-1. I think there was a moment where Volkl could have potentially taken a game off of Wubbs, but Wubbs certainly had like an edge in mental fortitude, I feel like, as the game progressed, and that's going to be another 3-0, the second one of the day on stream after Mitchell's match.
It is going to be a tough loss for Volkl. He's going to have to go down into the loser's bracket. Let's see where he's going. He's going to go up against Jetbean, who, let's see, was that the one who played against Tiffany earlier? Yes, that was the player who got 3-0'd by Tiffany earlier. So it's 2 players who got 3-0'd are now facing off in the loser's bracket against one another.
Man, all right, so that does set it up for all of those winner round 2 matches that we were just watching. And now winners quarterfinals are going to be starting. I know you're very interested in the next match. There's Mitchell versus Jade. There's Tiffany versus Impala. Oh, man, your heart's going to break on that one either way. Cinco going to be going up against Wubbs, and then Glue versus Made. There's a ton of action left. There's still a ton of people duking it out in the lower bracket as well. So I'm just going to go pop some popcorn, kick it back for a little bit. How about you guys?
I think it's definitely going to be a good show. Tazza, take us home to that break.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to be on a short break after this. Thanks, Sparky. And I'm looking forward to the Winners Chorus match coming up. TWK and I will be back later on the day, but we're going to have a fresh set of casters for the matches that are coming up next. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the North American Mammoth Arcadian. It's been so awesome so far. I'm so excited for this casting block, Duke.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a good one. This is one of those kind of decider sets, right? Or like blocks, this time space, where we start to see who's going to get into that top 8. We're going to start to see who's like really showing up. Because, of course, yeah, we had a good chunk of people who were 64th through 33rd who were competing, but this is where they start getting a lot closer and a lot more intense.
It's already been so unexpected so far, right? The first match we're going to be watching has Mitchell in it, which I'm super excited about ever since he 3-0'd Remy in round 1, which was like, who's Mitchell? We're about to find out, man, because Mitchell 3-0'd Remy, and then he 3-1 Meow XD, and now his next match coming up that we're going to get to cast first is up against Jade. That's Jade with a D, and you
gotta clarify because Jay was lower in the bracket, you know, if y'all missed it. But yeah, Mitchell versus Jade will be an interesting one for sure. Of course, most people have Mitchell as the favorite coming in as the top seed for the tournament, PR 35. You know, lots of favoritism towards Mitchell right now.
But there's still like Tiffany versus Impala. That's gonna be an amazing set. Cinco versus Wubbs. What? That's a major tournament match right there. That's top 12. And then Glue versus Made. We have got some really awesome matches ahead of us here. And you're right, Duke. Some big things will be decided now because the winners of these matches make it into the semifinals, which is like that's a big guarantee, right? That's a top 6 guarantee right there. So
yeah, absolutely. A win, a set win here is a guaranteed top 5 finish, and we've got Mitchell and Jade already locked in, starting to ban out maps. And I gotta say, I love the character picks. They're sort of underrepresented. They're definitely played characters, but they're not like top played like every single tournament has them. You've got Ateros and you've got the Shovel Knight.
Yeah, honestly, I love Mitchell's loadout here with the Shovel Knight and that spear. There's something special about that. There's something special about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Mammoth Arcadian for North America continues. Mitchell versus Jade now in winners quarterfinals. What's it going to be?
So far, Jade starting off, got the hammer first, didn't get a whole lot of damage. but it's going to start adding up quickly. Of course, that Terra's that high-strength legend, but he doesn't get the follow-up side air.
That was kind of a crazy gravity cancel stomp to even go for, man.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. We're seeing a lot more of those start to come out. Like yesterday in particular, there was I think that one Nash who was doing it a whole lot. Coco.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't discount these guys, you know? It's, yeah, power rank 64 to 33, but in the end, they're some of the best players in this game, you know? And Jade's already starting strong. But Mitchell's in trouble. He can't even make it back. That's a really early stock from Jade. Holy cow.
And that was some clean hits. Like, he was just getting chunks. You didn't see that big momentum of, like, chase dodging afterwards. It's just like he's getting those big Taro swings.
Yeah, and he's being really predictive about his play style here. You know, he is just dashing in with downlights and stuff. He's doing home run swings with no comfort. It keeps working too. He keeps landing all of this stuff. He has no reason to believe that would work. There's no time to react to it. There's no guarantee of any of this. He is so predictive and inside Mitchell's head right now. What?
He's just getting these one hits that are so explosive.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, chase really deep, and yeah, that weapon toss is going to guarantee it, so Mitchell does even up the stocks for a moment. But man,
so
a down
damaged.
sig, and he's gone.
He's so damaged. Yeah, Mitchell equalizes the stocks, but not much else right now. He's got a lot to go. Neutral sig to start. That's good damage. Okay, wait, Mitchell on a tear. Jay Christ coming for the punishment. Oh, that's even what?
Taro's classic, the offstage gravity cancel end sig. Ooh. He's going to stick. Interesting. I thought his axe was looking a lot better, but okay, yeah, he's going to go back to the axe.
Dude, the dash in downlights. Never so much, and it's working so well. But Mitchell's surely going to, oh my goodness, no. Mitchell will, surely he'll adapt to this crazy play style from Jade. Oh. My goodness. How, I've never seen so many downlights land.
Yo,
What?
The G.
GC
line into the tear.
What? What the? What?
He was doing one hits for a full 3-minute set, and then
was
at the end.
That was so impressive. What was that, dude? He went down and gravity canceled that. Down. I've never seen anybody do that. That is extremely impressive on any level. Holy cow. Jade?
I love that.
That it could work on. All right, here we go. Mitchell.
Mitchell. Mitchell started off pretty good.
Okay, okay. He was feeling pretty spicy after. What a, oh man, just a hard read there. Is he?
He's going to have to reverse 3 stock. Got word from production, Jade out of 100.
I mean, that 100% sig accuracy, I'm guessing that was, yeah, it was that. Jade wasn't making the first one, they were dancing around each other. As Mitchell ties it up in a strong, and well, now we don't know who can win. Yeah.
Usually when you lose on a map, you're like, all right, well, I don't need to go back
well,
to that
he wants those slants, man. We see what he can do with the slants underneath the stage. Which is, if I've never seen someone so intentionally use the slant. I mean, we've seen some X pivot down airs on Hammer that get stuff done with the slant. That's been pretty cool, but that was new, man. The gravity canceled neutral light, and then he even followed it up with a
nice
down air that finished him. Oh, Mitchell might be in trouble here. Makes it past the side air edge guard. He's going for the home run. The home run swings, man. You can never. It's never safe right above Jade. It's never safe.
Yeah, those anti-airs are so good at keeping out that airspace. But Mitchell with that grounded approach.
All right, dude, Jade. I mean, this is Jade. This is what Jade does. Yeah, the dash in, and it's either a neutral light or a down light. But he'll dash in, and based on the position of Mitchell, he gets it. Oh,
they went for the end sig.
Okay, pretty again. Okay, I don't.
It's an early stock. There's a one very specific early stock thing you can do off the end sig, but it's like it's one of high risk things, and he's just trying to get that lead.
It's the Taros tech. It's some advanced Taros tech. I don't even know about it. That's how advanced it is. I don't even know.
I'll let you know when it happens. Okay. But for now, can't happen as the D-Sig lands Jade. I love that. I think that was a gravity cancel side light into fast fall D-Sig.
Oh my! This is the same amount of ownage, but in the other direction. These guys are what a match! What a matchup with these two. Oh, pretty crazy sidelight from Jade.
Okay.
I can't believe it. Even without his dodge, he just continues to powerhouse here.
No!
Mitchell. Oh no! Is Mitchell gonna get 3-stocked? I mean, it looks like a tough win, but. Oh my God! 3-stock from Jade! Oh, after he just got slammed so hard in the last game, this is what he's doing. Unbelievable.
Just turnarounds on turnarounds. Game 1, handedly Jade favored. Game 2, handedly Mitchell favored. Game 3, handedly Jade favored. And Mitchell's gonna ban out Crystal Temple. That's what I'm talking about. Like when you lose on a map, you're like, I don't like that map anymore.
I mean, but he won so hard on it a little while ago too. Oh, Mitchell, 0% sig accuracy. Oh, no.
I think the bigger thing is that 165 damage.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
the damage
Jade's
per
putting out
engagement.
517. Yeah.
74 is a pretty large damage per engagement, especially when you consider, I don't know how those dash down lights get calculated, but that's only 1 hit per engagement no matter what, right? Like, he just gets knocked away. Oh, here he's going for it.
Those down lights aren't doing 76 damage. It's that it's getting unanswered. He's doing that many down lights.
It's unanswered, yeah. He's coming back and not getting hit.
All right, Jade's playing a little more aggressive this time. You see him kind of chase dodging forward, wants to maintain a little bit more pressure on this one. But Mitchell, snap.
He goes for it with these axe engagements, all right? This is some, oh man, nice. Oh my goodness. Jade's popping off. He could take this whole tournament. He's looking so good. I mean, from the looks of it, he might be about to take out number 1 seed right now.
That was the tech, but he went for a down light. You can go, okay, so you can do N-Sig into side light nair, and then you go for the dodge read. And that's big damage early, but
this
Jade
is insane.
Doesn't even need it. Mitchell's just, he's crying for a weapon right now.
He doesn't like jump and wait for someone to whiff and then attack. He dashes in and makes something happen every time. It's so impressive. Whoa, talk about making something happen. Mitchell's about to pop off. He knows he needs to. He equalized the stocks here, but he's already in kill range right now, even though the stocks are tied up. Mitchell has a lot to catch up on, and it's going to be difficult with the way Jade's been playing. Oh, man, that was a nice neutral signature. He predicted with the pivot. He knew exactly where Jade was going to go. Jade looking for his neutral lights and down lights. I've never seen someone so successful with the neutral lights and down lights.
Doing it the safe way, just those single hits. Doesn't need to go for those 2 hits into the dodge read. All right.
No way. I mean, it's incredible how well it's working. Okay, Mitchell.
Ooh, good dodge through.
Yeah, Mitchell.
Dash dodge.
Oh my goodness, Mitchell. You just can't fast fall back down. You know what he's ready for right here. Mitchell's going deep.
He's really low.
He's got to get it. He's got to do this. Oh, man. Jade makes it back up. Oh, he really tried to chase him there, but he just gets punished even harder for that whip sig. Whoa, he almost died to that recovery. Mitchell is on his final breath here. He's got a lot to go. It would be, oh no, again. How many times in this set did Mitchell fast fall into pain from Jade? Holy cow. That's the set right there, right? Jade just took it 3-1 so fast. That was a fast set. I mean, not that, Jade beat Mitchell so fast, just that these two players really went at it. Neither of them waited for anything.
Yeah, there definitely weren't a lot of resets to neutral at the very least, but
it was
Jade
scrappy the whole way
putting
through.
out 503 damage to Mitchell's 303. That was a good match and definitely an upset. Like we said at the start of that one, Mitchell's the favorite, top seed of the tournament. Jade coming in here, PR like 65, something like that. That's really nice for Jade, and that means he's got a guaranteed top 5 finish sitting in the top side of top 8.
Whew. And wow, Jade, that was something else. We're definitely going to be keeping track of Jade going through this tournament, man. Holy cow. Okay, good one. Whew, man, that's okay. Good one.
That was nice.
Next up, we've got Tiffany versus Impala. This is a match that I've been very much looking forward to. We've watched Tiffany a lot. We've casted her matches on plenty of times. Tiffany's an amazing player. In fact, surprising that she's even in the Arcadian, but a lot of people are getting really good at the game, so it's just crazy like that. And Impala's coming in here, same deal, right? Impala's a BCX finalist from last year, so this is a really powerful game we've got here.
Yeah, this is definitely a big one. Of course, Tiffany, kind of the more established name, has a seasonal championship under her belt, looks to be having some tech issues, so she's going to be, or I think that's Impala who jumped off first.
Impala flew off the side there. Okay, a little bit of tech issues. Let's take a look at Tiffany's stats here instead. So yeah, PR 44, that puts her in the Arcadian, but check out that 10 grand in esports prize earnings since the start of her career, which I want to say was right at the start of 2017, right? Like.
Yeah, sorry.
We always talked about what?
I cracked up because top 32. I thought that was a bug because she has 32 top 32 placements. I was like, that's such a weirdly perfect number.
It's gonna be ruined if she ever gets another top 32. It's gonna be completely ruined. All right, here we go. This time for real.
3,
All right, Tiffany versus Impala. Tiffany going to start off on the Ragnar, Impala on the Kaya, but it's worth mentioning that Tiffany does have that Kaya in the back pocket.
I was going to talk about that. Yeah. So Tiffany's got like good matchup experience here, probably, right? Knows all the Kaya tricks.
Yeah, a lot of experience with the Kaya. Definitely be looking out for that D-Light and the gravity
man.
cancel and Sig in particular. That's a favorite of the Kayas.
Impala's spear is looking pretty fresh, though. Oh, what a sick guitar read. That is awesome, man. Just knowing that the dodge through was coming, pivoting around for the neutral light.
Ooh, went for the side Sig there, trying to catch the landing of Impala.
You could just barely hear it getting started there. Tiffany has got Impala off stage going for the slap, but Impala gets right around it. And whoa, Mammoth, dangerous Mammoth. Impala gets disarmed. Now's Tiffany's opportunity. The weapon spawn even just disappeared, but oh, Impala blessed by Odin with a weapon right behind. Ooh. What a dodge! Oh, man.
Oh, burned the dodge.
Weapon throw. It's a true combo. Impala setting up his own team combos.
That was really good, though, because Tiffany was going in for that dash-in spot dodge for that forward movement, and Impala didn't take the bait, kind of backed up, and then went in off that weapon toss. Tiffany needs this stock, though. Side air.
Oh, wait a second. Now Tiffany in trouble. You got to worry about these bow ground pounds off the side no matter what health you're at. But Tiffany makes it around. Now has the stage advantage. The slap. We're looking for a slap. What? Oh, that was that was a prayer.
No stairs.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Okay,
checkmate
good
ground pound. Impala waited. He used every last bit of recovery option he had before touching the wall there. Tiffany saw it and had the ground pound set up perfectly.
She has a very interesting Qatar offstage. Like, I think 80% of Qatar players out there would have gone for the same air along. That's so devastating. It slaps down, but
that's what I
was patient.
That's what I was looking for. That's me. That's what's going on in my head. Oh, nice.
Oh, good wake up pogo. Upping that momentum from Tiffany. Both of them trying to get back to the stage.
Yeah, Impala doesn't seem too keen on going for some offstage edge guards. Impala just will let Tiffany come back to the stage. And rightfully so, Impala's been winning neutral more often, I think.
I mean, Spear definitely a stronger neutral tool. Long range, has that nair to kind of shove Tiffany away. Like, she has to work to get on top of Impala.
Yeah, the Spear nairs really have been catching Tiffany a lot. Here comes another one. What? The slider. Impala can get it. Got to go off stage for it, though. Oh, okay. He went for it. Tiffany on the way back. They're both in kill range here. Even though Tiffany's more damaged, we're on this tiny, tiny stage.
All Brawlhaven. A side stick from Tiffany or a D-Light recovery, and Impala going to take that lead.
Tiffany down to her final stock. I can't believe Impala was dancing on Tiffany there while Tiffany was in invulnerability frames. Like, the courage. What was that? That's like a taunt. He taunted it without taunting.
Oh, Tiffany.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to swing for the fences here. Wants this stock so badly.
Oh!
That was a nice follow-up there.
That was really cool. Yeah, that's some spectacular bow gameplay here. Oh, man, Impala's starting to run away with a lead now. It's not over for Tiffany, but it's looking bad. Impala disarmed and killed. Okay. All right, Tiffany's back in this. Pretty damaged.
Open a prayer.
Yeah. It's going to be, maybe on a bigger stage, it'd be a little bit easier. But there's not a lot of room to work with for Tiffany here. Already in kill range. A lot of Impala's moves will take out Tiffany from this.
Oh, what a read!
Yep. What was that? Tiffany woke up with a Qatar down air out of that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
I would have caught a lot of different things there. And
but it's the unexpected nature of it, right? It'd be a real easy thing to dodge if Tiffany had been anticipating that, but that's really the first time Impala went for it, and it's so quick. You have to be anticipating it. It's not going to work great on reaction. Like, oh, here he comes with a signature. The double recovery from Tiffany on Qatars, that's big damage. Works great at low health, just like she did there. Impala sneaks out of the string. Tiffany's got a bit. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. This could be a kill. Oh, man. Impala gets above.
Yeah, Tiffany's really picking and choosing her times where she's going to go in. Like, just that entire offstage, she was really just babysitting Impala and then deciding when to attack. Okay.
Oh,
Nice
got the
patience.
dodge. Yeah.
Oh, throwing away the weapon. Wants the guitars for the potential knockout. Endlight into recovery. A little bit easier to do now. Dash away.
Ooh, they're both in kill range here. The
It's
next
so
hit is
nerve-wracking.
gonna do it. Next big hit's gonna do it. Who's gonna get it here? That's not a big
Good
hit. It's a little
dodge
baby
down from Impala. And Endlight might do it.
What?
Oh! They're both throwing out
oh my
SIGs!
god, they're dancing around each other with these SIGs.
Air's not going to be the option. Tiffany hits the side air. Impala still living.
Okay.
Good dodge.
But
to the
no.
weapon toss.
What?
Oh.
Tiffany's in trouble. Oh, it's
That'll be
again
the
with the
stock.
checkmate. Impala waited for Tiffany to burn all her recovery options off stage, hoping that Impala would attack too early. But again, just was totally ready for it. And now Impala, with a stock lead, has an opportunity to push a damage lead here. Now, if Tiffany has anything to say about it, hit right here.
Oh,
It's
the
not
flash
over.
out.
Oh, but wait a second. Oh, now Tiffany's in trouble. Oh, she could have died right there. Impala was so close to landing the egg drop. That might have actually knocked her down. Tiffany's
Okay,
still
the
alive.
turnaround.
Good turnaround. Reverses it way up in the sky. A little bit behind on damage, but Tiffany put a stop to the bleeding before
Okay.
it got too bad.
Wants to stick with the X this time, though. Impala picks up the bow. Be awkward for Tiffany. We haven't seen a whole lot of her X, but a good dodge through, and now we're starting to see some momentum pick up. He's off the soft platform.
Yeah, that's a great thing to do when the platform is in there, but Impala still managed to slip out. Whoa, okay. Impala
We're
just
looking for those
threatening the
dares.
space. Now you know he's capable of that. Now you know it's not safe to be standing there. Okay. What?
Not enough.
Tiffany barely alive. Oh
That one?
no. Squandered the blessing. She stayed alive through that beyond anyone's expectations. But then Impala just immediately grabs the KO anyway. Now Impala has a pretty significant damage lead and will be able to push this even further here, as he's not even in kill range yet on this stock.
Well, Tiffany did do a good job adding up more damage with that axe, bringing this one closer. That was a pretty bold side sig there. I don't know if she was expecting a border. What? But a nice recovery. One more. Could be it, but a dodge through.
Oh man, talk about a prayer. Tiffany's just really hoping she can get away with something that kills like without. Oh no, God, this is getting rough. That was a gravity cancel too, so no dodge. Impala took full advantage.
Okay, nice down sig.
Okay, well once again we're in a similar position here where Impala's got a significant. Tiffany's already in kill range and needs to basically play a perfect stock to win this game.
3 piece
Wow.
from Impala, and that's going to be
it
the
just goes out there
stock.
for it. Tiffany's in trouble, using the down airs to get as much
snap.
distance as she can, and she actually makes it back to the
was
stage
partially
alive, but just barely alive. That'll do it. Oh my goodness. Impala has total control over this match.
Impala looking nice, currently up 2-0 over Tiffany. 1 game away from earning his spot in his fight against Jade.
Tiffany with her back against the wall here, playing from the back foot.
I know Tiffany's got a lot of namesake power behind her, but it is worth mentioning that Impala's coming in here seed number 12 versus Tiffany as seed number 29. So I guess as of late, things have been looking good for Impala. Here we go. Tiffany making the swap over to the Ember. Damage built up with these Katars. Going to swap over to the bow. Impala.
Must be the bow, right?
Responses.
Tiffany clearly wanted to continue with the
Yeah.
guitars, but seeing Impala succeed so well on the bow.
Well, Ember's also like having a resurgence. I think there's a lot of people who are starting to like Ember again. In particular, that N-Sig is getting a lot of love.
The bow N-Sig, the bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bird is the word. So I get it. That joke will never die. Well, the Ember seems to be working as Tiffany has a pretty good lead here for the first time.
Still needs to finish the stock off of Impala.
Ooh, what a dodge. Man, Impala, the anticipation. Okay, Tiffany scores the KO really early, too. That's like one of the earliest stocks we've seen in the set. This is big.
This is a nice lead for Tiffany.
Yeah, it's got an opportunity to push this lead. Oh my goodness, that was so nice. Reading the dodge through, pivoting for the punish, and then even getting 2 more hits off of the follow-up. But what? Impala brings it back. We were just talking about how incredible of a lead it was for Tiffany. Impala just brought it back.
That's Impala calling Tiffany a nerd. Says, don't read, just die. But making the swap over to the bow again is denying weapons from Tiffany.
It's working. Yeah. Oh, steals that weapon away. Tiffany desperately searching for a weapon, but Impala maintaining stage control here. Tiffany manages to swipe the bow, but Impala's not falling for true combos here. Gonna dodge right out of the true combos. Oh, and Tiffany got the message. No more true combo attempts. Just going for the, or not true combos.
Oh,
what do you call it? Like an auto
snap.
combo. What? Talk about, wait. I can't believe that landed. I mean, was Tiffany's dodge down? I didn't notice.
No, she went back in is what happened. She went up and then she fast fell back into it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really common, like, get out and then go back in. Like, you're trying to avoid a thing and then be aggressive. But unfortunately, just
it's like vertical dash dancing.
Yeah.
Fall dancing.
But she does even up the stocks with that down sig, and she needs this one to stay alive in the upper bracket.
That's right. Yeah, Impala's got 2 games on this set right now and only needs 1 more to move on to the next round.
Dodge up.
So even. Tiffany, just one nair at a time. Just one nair at a time. It's going to take a while, but
it'll work as long as you're not getting hit for it.
Oh, knocked out.
Okay.
I can't believe Impala's thinking he can actually just sideline right. This is getting close now. Wait a second.
The D-sig!
No, Tiffany's alive.
One hit away.
Barely. What's it going to be?
Swap
use the dodge. There's the kill. Impala wins. Oh, my, a 3-0 in winners quarterfinals. Holy cow. Impala.
What a call out.
That is so impressive.
That was a great N-Sig, just calling out that Tiffany was going to panic jump. A lot of people do it. They'll touch the ground and immediately jump up, and Impala's like, I got the perfect punish for that. That means Impala is going to go into the winner's side top 8 alongside Jade. Guaranteed top 5 finish for the day.
Yeah, that is big. Already chilling in top 6 of the tournament. Wow, Tiffany's going down to the lower bracket. Not out of the tournament yet. There's going to be plenty of matches for Tiffany still. But what we've got coming up next year, as you can see, is Cinco versus Wubs. This one's kind of a big deal here, all right? Wubs, people know about Wubs, you know? And Cinco, tell me you don't know about Cinco. This is a high-octane match, right? This is something we'd see in a super major, no problem. So out here in the Arcadian, these guys probably have never fought each other in a tournament set before. What do you think? Maybe? Yes? Can production tell us?
Not a lot of times. That's kind of what happens with these Arcadians is like they usually end up falling to one of the more like top 20 players and then they don't even get to run into each other. Right. But this will still be an interesting one for sure. It's in particular like watching Wubs' set earlier, it looks like he's got something new, something funky that's kind of throwing people off their rhythm. So with this Azoth, haven't gotten to see what Cinco's playing, but he has reported the Koji for the day. So
okay, okay, Koji. Good. That would be, you know, Wubs, yeah, let's talk about Wubs Azoth. What the heck? Have you ever seen him play ranked? Have you ever just watched him streaming? Or I remember back, you know, I remember seeing his ranked matches before and just being like, what the heck? Like he is so unpredictable. And that's the big thing about it, is that it's so unpredictable. You've seen the Azoth Sigs. You know, we watched the Pappy play a little bit yesterday on the Pro Brawlhalla stream. Speaking of which, twitch.tv/Pro Brawlhalla. We've got a side stream going on right now. Wait, it's still going on, right? Yeah, it's still going on.
It should still be going on.
In fact, Tiffany is going to fight STTP Wilson on that stream after this next match. So
You can see the schedule.
yeah, shout outs to Pro Brawlhalla. Tiffany versus Wilson. That is, woo, you got to tune in for that one. You got to tune in for that one.
There you're seeing on your screens their plays. Cinco and Wub, both similar top 32s. Wub's just one more. But one of those was